Hello and welcome back to the channel and another video on Serious About Salvage. So we're going to start on a new car today, a nice little Fiesta. So I mean, yeah, I'm just going to spin around and get on with it. Like as always, but if you do like these videos, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Yeah, let's get on with something. New car, nice little 67 plate Mark 7 Fiesta. 67 is extremely late for these cars because you could get the Mark 8s on a 17 plate. So whether this was old stock or what, I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty much as late as you can get on the Mark 7s. It's a 1 litre EcoBoost and it's the titanium spec. So it's got a few bits of gadgets. It's got your nice LED DRL headlights. It's got powerful mirrors, auto lights, auto wipers. Yeah, it's a nice enough car, nice alloys. Well, except for this one. So that's our old alloy. That's a replacement I've got for this corner. So the damage is literally this. This is it. This is all you can see. There's no airbags gone off. We've got suspension damage, which consists of pretty much everything. The bottom arm is badly bent. The strut is pushed right back, so that's bent. And I've even gone and got a hub because I'm not convinced about the hub. Drop link snapped. Track red end is inner rack end is bent as well. So yeah, we're replacing everything in this corner, aren't we? We've got a wing in 2 pieces. I was umming and ahhing off the pictures whether I could have saved this bumper, but unfortunately it's got a big chunk missing up there and that big crack, so unfortunately not. It's amazing, you know, you look on eBay at some of the bumpers people are trying to sell. It's ridiculous, honestly. I don't know why people are buying damaged bumpers. I really don't. These Fiestas are prone for snapping through there and through there when they're head on. I mean, you've got one here. There, look. That's what they do, they snap straight on. And people are trying to sell bumpers like that on eBay. I mean, honestly, even with this kind of stuff, it's ridiculous. I don't know who the hell's buying this rubbish. And they're like that'll be on eBay for 100 quid, that bumper skin. I thought, who in the right mind's buying that? Anyway, yeah, we need the bumper. So, I've got one here. I primed this last night. It was orange, this bumper. Yeah, so that's going to be our bumper for this car. I'm in a very big rush to get this car done. I've got to get it done by the end of the week, so I've got like 3 days to do this car. So yeah, I'm hoping everything's going to turn up in time. We have the majority of things for it. The only 2 things I'm waiting to come through in the post is the wing and the powerful mirror. I've got a door, which is there. All my suspension bits are here. I've got oil and filter. So we can make a good crack at it today. But let's just carry on looking around it. Because it's quite, other than the damage, it's a clean enough car. It's quite nice. Plenty of tread on all the tyres, except for the dead one. Yeah, nice EcoBoost. 3-cylinder these, they do sound broken. Like I said, no damage anywhere else. Clean inside. It's got cruise as well. It's got the digital climate control. Yeah, it's a nice car. I don't know if they have, do they have, no, they have manual rear windows. Yeah, nice enough. Tiny little engine. We've got no front end damage here, so you've still got all your coolant in. Aircon will be fine. No issues at all. I'm not expecting anything behind there. Headlights are both fine. And it's that close to the edge, the damage. The crash bar only comes to about here, I think, so I can't imagine there's been any damage to that. But we're going to find out. Excuse me. So today's mission is to sort out this suspension damage. So have a little look underneath it. That's probably one of the worst bottom arms I've seen. That's very, very bent. But yeah, there's the rack end's bent. Dry shaft looks fine. I mean, it's rubbed up a little bit to the anti-roll bar, but can't imagine that'll cause any issues. I've got a splash guard. There's no damage to the bulkhead. I mean, the tyre, you can obviously see the tyre's been against it, but there's no actual damage, and I can't see anything up there, but we'll see that when the door's off and stuff. So yeah, like I said, it's a case of just let's concentrate on this suspension damage. So I don't like having cars tied up on my ramp. I want to get them rolling so they're movable. So that's the focus. So yeah, let's get on. Okay, so there's all the suspension components off now that are damaged. And just look how bent that strut is, the bottom of that strut. I mean, we must be 99% sure there's going to be some kind of bend in that hub. On the bottom arm, inner rack end, and that's half the drop link there. The other half is still on the hub. I mean the strut. So now, yeah, let's just get it all built back up. And I think that'll be the end of it for the suspension damage. Drive shaft looks perfectly fine. The CV boot's not split. We've got our wheel speed sensor there. Anti-roll bar. No damage to the subframe. And yeah, nothing of any concern in here. This is all just tyre marks. There's no actual damage. Get a nice new splash guard in there. And it will be good. Yeah. So I think we'll just continue and get this. Let's get this suspension built back up. Then we can start pulling off all these body parts and go from there. Yeah, let's carry on. Okay, there we go. Suspension now back in place. Or at least as much as we know. I mean, we can't tell any further now without the new wing and bumper on. But it's looking fine. So that's that done for now. I think what we'll do whilst it's on the ramp, we'll whip this wing off and we'll whip this bumper off before we put the wheel on. Then we can put the wheel on, get it on the floor, move it down there, and then we can look at taking the door off and fit the other door. Might as well carry on with what we've got for this today in this video. So yeah, let's get this wing off. Done many of these. The only tricky bit for these wings, let's just pull it down a bit. So you've obviously got two fixings in here. I'm pretty sure it's two. There's one there. You're going to have two here. You would usually have two down here, which that's just ripped apart. The tricky bit is there's one behind this trim here, behind this window. Cannot get to them. It's impossible. And you try and take that glass out all the time. So what you do is you undo everything else and you yank it out. And then on the new one, you put a little slot in there. Because I'm sure from one side or the other, you can just about get to the nut and slacken it, but you can't get the bolt off. So that's what I do. As far as I remember, I think that's how I go about these. But let's just do what I know first. Well, like I said, undo there. See one of them there. We'll whip this headlight out as well. And yeah, let's get this wing off and this bumper off. Bumpers are easy. Again, same as both sides. Across the top. And then there is two little push like them there. And I think you've got to take that off as well because it's attached to the bumper, I think. Yeah, but we'll go under and do that in a bit. So let's get this wing off, I think. Righty then, she's on the floor. I mean, like I said, I can't tell if it's in the right place yet, but I've no reasons to think that it isn't. Tracking needs a bit of work. But what we're going to do now to finish off is swap over this door. Door. So it looks like we're just going to do a straight swap because there's a glass in this already. The door card's on it. We will need to change this section after because that's got re-electric windows, whereas this hasn't, but we can do that after. So yeah, like very simple. What we're going to do is undo the door tie, undo the bolts from the hinge to the door because they have a collar, so they can only go in one place. Sorry, you're not even looking in the right place there. One underneath, one there. I've undone the wiring. Door will just lift straight off. Lift the other door straight on, bolt back in. Simple as that. Shouldn't even need alignment. Should be exactly as it is now. Okay, the door is on, but it does look like the impact on the old door has just slid the hinges back a little bit because the door does want to go forwards a bit. Yeah, it wants to go forward a fair bit, so I'm going to mess with that now because these hinges are a bit difficult to get to. You've got your outside bolts, but on the inside of that stud there's another nut. I'm pretty sure they don't just slide on them, so I'll mess around with that now. I need to also swap over the door handle because it's different. I need to swap the lock. I need to swap this section. And yeah, line up the door, mess around a little bit. So rather than bore you all a little bit longer with some more time lapse, I'll get on with that off camera. And yeah, I think we're going to call it quits on this video now. What have we got to do? Obviously, I'm going to paint this bumper later today. Once the wing and the door mirror turns up, I've got the splash guard. We're ready to put it all back together. So we'll come back and do another video for all that. Get it cleaned up and hopefully be done in time for Friday. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, it's all going to be down to how quick this bumper dries. So like I said, if I get it done tonight, I'm not going to be able to touch it until Thursday. So then I've got to put the bumper together on Thursday and fit it. I'm hoping the wing comes, and the wing and the mirror come tomorrow or later today. So literally Thursday, all I've got to do is get that bumper built up and fit, and then get it cleaned and tidied up. Because it's got to be done Thursday night because first thing Friday morning, it needs to be ready for the birthday surprise. So yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you as always for watching these videos. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.